Okay, hi everyone, this is Cora and it's Thursday. Every week on Thursday before I start my Purecast, I would come in and have a chat about the practice. And right now we are on refining our practice, and I'm going to keep it sweet and short. And today I'm not going to talk about some of the intentions that we can set for our practice. It's quite often for teachers to come in and open a class and say, set your intention. It never works for me, I'm going to be honest. And I was like, okay, what intention? And then it's like, oh, today my intention should be what, right? So when the teachers say, oh, set an intention for your practice, I always find it's a little bit not concrete. So it sounds very fluffy, and it doesn't work for me personally. I have asked students whether if I ask them to set an intention, do they actually set it? And some of them actually say yes, and that's great. But I'm here to support or help some of you who are a little bit like me when the teacher goes set an intention, they're not so sure what to do. I think it's helpful if whatever that intention that we're setting is measurable, right? And the measurable doesn't mean that it's 1 to 10, that kind of measure, but having some more directive or directions when we think about practice. Now, the teachers may have some sort of objective when they deliver the class. They may have a theme, but there are lots of times there isn't. So this is the time that I would invite you to take it into your own hands. So I got a couple of them which sometimes I use. For example, I would do something like, when I go to a class, I would tell myself, today I'm going to only, or my main objective focus is on my breath. It's interesting when we actually draw some focus on something, right? And the breath is one of them. Right, so instead of like thinking about the shape, today I'm going to focus on regulating my breath in my practice. It works very well in the Vinyasa practice, so I'm going to focus on breathing in, breathing out through the movements, or even for a Hatha style practice, it also works. Today I'm going to focus on the breath, feeling each pose moving breath in and out smoothly, and regulate the heart rate, right? Instead of thinking about going 130, I'm going to regulate my breath, and even when it's difficult, I'm going to focus on breathing. So, focus on the breath. The second one is focusing on a particular part of the body. Now this is interesting too, because most classes are the general basic form, right? The teacher talk about the alignments in the legs and the arms and the spine, but every pose is more in the shape. So maybe you can invite yourself to focus a little bit more attention on a particular part of your body that you're working at, right? So even the teacher is teaching broad poses, you can say, okay, today I'm going to focus on the actions of my legs. I'm going to pay more attention to whether my legs are straight in down dog, whether my feet are even in Pasarita, or in some poses, maybe in Warrior 1, right? I want to make the front foot heavy and the back heel down. So focus more on one area of the body, right? Someday it could be, okay, I'm going to make sure that my arms are active in all my poses, right? No lazy arms, and then I'm going to work on that shoulder stability and arm stability. So you can work on the particular part of your body, and for your own, you focus on that. Another one is do it fully. Now, do it fully is really like on your own capacity. So meaning that in each pose, you would say that, okay, today I'm going to do it at my full capacity. Noticing that whether there are times that you are just kind of like halfway, like are your arms fully straight, arms is like just press your hand down, stretch your legs, stretch your spine in down dog. Or another way to think about what is this fully is, what are the poses that you tend to get out faster, right? So the poses that you actually can go a little bit further, but you tend to back off a little bit too quickly, right? For me, it's balancing poses, right? Because I don't want to fall, right? I have this, ego, and it's like, don't want to fall, and then I'm not really doing it to my full capacity or my full potential. Okay, one more. Do less. So just now I said do it fully, and this one is actually do less. Do less is, okay, instead of like pushing every single drop of my fuel, do a little bit less. Meaning that, can I regulate in not pushing myself all the way to the end and find that sweet spot that I can maintain calm and stable. Right, so some days you want to push it further, some days like, okay, I'm going to find that sweet spot that I can feel that I can still regulate and without stress, and finding more ease. So maybe one day, I'll have a couple more, right? Is to, today I'm going to focus, instead of the technical asanas, I'm going to focus on my feelings. How do I feel in each posture, and observe how do I feel in posture. So when I do this action, how do I feel on my hips? How do I feel on my spine? When I push my arms stronger, how do I feel in my shoulders? Instead of thinking about the technicality, which we also need, today my practice is going to on feelings, how I feel. Last one is on experiment, right? Today I'm going to be open mind and experiment different ways. Maybe I'll try the props, and when the teacher invite me to, okay, maybe use a block, I never use it, today I'm going to use that. Today I'm going to see whether some of the props can help me to facilitate in getting into more comfortable alignment or optimal alignment in my practice. So I got a couple of them. I will lay them out in the captions, and I hope these more interesting intentions of the practice can help you refine your practice in the long term. I'll see you all next Thursday.